Hi, Dr. Raj here, and something different today. So I'm actually doing a wellness campaign for Tourette's syndrome, which makes me very happy. Got to say, super passionate about Tourette's. And for my guest today, I'm not going with the patient as I always do. I'm going for the mom, Janine. And today, the theme for me is going to be talking about Tourette's syndrome.
Yes.
You know, this is the main reason why we're at this health fair, and it's one of my passions. So let's talk about your son. Tell me, how old is he, and when was he diagnosed with Tourette's, and let's go from there.
So my son is 14 years old now, and he was diagnosed when he was 6 years old.
Okay.
So I thought it was really hard in elementary school with the diagnosis, but being an 8th grader now, when it's the time where everybody's trying to fit in, it's been super tough. 8th grade's hard.
And let's take it back. It's always about basic science pearl. So when we talk about Tourette's, correct me if I'm wrong, you're in the trenches. Most people get diagnosed around that age group, around 6, but the toughest time is being that teenager, because it's not the medications, it's not the Tourette's, it's the other students, it's the teachers, it's being accepted, it's bullying.
Yes, it's all of that.
So let me ask you this. So, medical question. So what tics does your son have?
Oh my gosh, his tics change, but right now he has a vocal tic that sounds like a horse neighing.
Oh.
And he does it along with the action of a horse. Looks like a horse is doing that.
Okay.
He's also had the basketball hop. So it looks like he's hopping and doing slam dunk. It's over and over, and he has a hop. So he's hopping about 100 million times a day.
I wasn't expecting those. But the more interviews I do, I'm getting less and less surprised, you know?
He also has where he copies words.
Okay. Which is common.
Yes.
That's a very common thing. Yep.
And we definitely have had some coprolalia, and it comes and goes. It's not steady. He hears something, it gets stuck in his head, and then it comes and goes.
So I'm going to do some clarification for the audience. So, you know, the word you use, coprolalia, people don't know what that means. It's the movies, right? It's Hollywood. That's what they glorify. Unfortunately, when we talk about Tourette's, it's the foul language. But once again, I want to make sure, because I'm with a pro right now, that very few people do have that. It's around less than 10%. You know what I mean? Yes.
And when we adjust some of the medication he's taking for his age and his weight, it's the first symptom that goes away. So it's not present all the time.
And then when you say age and weight, now I'm going to take a random guess, as if I'm like Houdini or something. I'm going to imagine he's overweight.
Actually.
See, I love the actually. Okay, so I'm not far off.
We knew that this was going to be coming up, and we've been working with a team of doctors that really helped us. So about a year ago, he was heading into the overweight range. Okay. And over this last year, we've done a lot of health and healthy eating and exercise, and we brought it down into the normal range. So right now, when you look at him, he looks like a typical teenager, but if you look at his picture from a year ago, yes.
So let me talk to the camera on this one. People are going to ask me, well, why is being overweight an issue when we talk about Tourette's? How did I know that? Well, number one, the associated things that occur with it. Unfortunately, depression.
Yes.
And the other thing is going to be medications.
Yes.
So it's very common, because when we talk about, I'm going a little science, so forgive me. When we talk about the neurotransmitters in the brain, we're talking about things like dopamine and serotonin and norepinephrine. So how do we treat this traditionally is using antipsychotics. We just do, you know. In the olden days, it was haloperidol. But nowadays, we use medications such as risperidone and geodone and Seroquel. Why? It's supposedly supposed to have less side effects. But one of the common things across the board I've heard about is weight gain.
Yes, it has happened. Yes.
So I'm gonna throw a curveball your way here. So, you know, one of my many things I do, a little sleep medicine, and I've been seeing a lot of individuals. In fact, I did an interview with someone called Trevor.
Okay.
And Trevor actually, if I recall correctly, I'm going all by memory, he had sleep apnea. And when we talk about the tics, some studies have shown that if you get good quantity and quality of sleep at night, it reduces the tics a little bit during the day. So by getting weight gain, that's one of the risk factors for sleep apnea. So my question to you, after going that whole circle there, is, does he snore at night, and are you worried about sleep apnea?
No, because his sleep is so important for him. And we noticed a long time ago, this has been going on for us for about 8 years now. We noticed 4 years ago, if this boy does not sleep, life is not good the next day. So we put a huge concentrated effort into a lot of exercise early in the day, certain types of foods early in the day. I mean, this is survival. This is what us moms have to figure out, is how am I going to survive? We all need to sleep, and his schooling is not well the next day when he doesn't sleep. So sleep is excellent right now, and it'll be one of the first things that we work on if he's having any problems.
I gotta say, I like her very much so. I mean, she's on Sleep Team Raj all the way, But I mean, I couldn't even reiterate what you said enough.
Survival.
You know what I mean?
I think a lot of Tourette's moms, this is what we're doing. We're reading everything. We're asking everybody everything. How can we just make our families intact? How can we help ourselves and our children? So we're really seeking out.
And you're taking ownership, because I think the thing is kind of like when you want to get good sleep, it is a pain in the behind, and it's a lot harder than you think. And when you have kids, and I'm a father myself, it's not just telling them what to do. It's being a good role model. It's actually being the one that prepares the meals when you eat, doing the things the parents should do. Easier said than done. And let me throw the other curveball in there. I mean, many kids out there who have Tourette's syndrome do have ADD, ADHD, and let me say some magic words. Adderall. Let me say a magic word, Ritalin, Concerta. When you're on these medications, these are stimulants, and you need them, but at the same token, what is the common side effect? Insomnia. So, I mean, we could do this all day.
Yes, we could.
But I gotta tell you, I mean, if you'd have told me that you're some kind of specialist in Tourette's, I would have believed you right off the bat.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You know your stuff well.
Families end up being their own specialists. This is really, I feel like the access to the medical community is super hard. And we have the community of Tourette's people. I mean, we have low-income people. We have people who can pay for things for cash. What do people do when they can't access the medical community? When everything's being run by I don't know, a gatekeeper within the HMO and the insurance system. People don't understand Tourette's, and that also extends into the medical insurance world. They don't understand Tourette's.
And the scary part is that, it's highly underdiagnosed, and people are scared to get the diagnosis, and you want to raise awareness like many other diseases, but it seems like, once again, we're focusing on the wrong parts to get the awareness for. So you got to do me a favor. I heard you're part of a foundation. Is that correct? And so I'm going to give you a chance. This is your moment to shine right here. What foundation are you from?
The name of the nonprofit is called Scholastic Tourette Supporters. We are a 501c3. We are now 4 years old.
Sure.
This was a grassroots, family-started organization. And we started off with the idea that if things are so tough for our kids, how are we going to give them a high five? How are we going to help families? How do we give back? How do we extend support and community? And we came up with the idea of a scholarship. And it really came about because I was looking to see to myself, what are we going to do? I just spent a ton of money for my child, cash. How are we going to afford college if he ever makes it there, And I'm an optimist, so I'm like, he is definitely making it there, right? So
he's going to be a fellow Trojan.
That's right.
Whether he likes it or not.
USC too. So we family got together and we pulled together some money and said we're going to do a scholarship, and we are going to run like a very easy non-GPA thing. It's about overcoming adversity, and so we put it out in our community, our Tourette's chapter, and we actually got people that were interested. They're seniors in high school or graduating, and they said we could definitely use money. So the first year we just had them write an essay. It was something very easy. Give us their transcripts, not GPA based or anything. No fee to apply. Just make it easy. These kids need a break, right? Of course. So we gave out 2 $1,000 scholarships, and we just felt so proud. And then the year after that we gave out 4, and then the year after that
you're going exponential.
So we did. We did. And this year we received 32 applications, and we're in the middle right now of like seeing the range of money that we are going to be giving out to the kids. We are super proud. So we have a website. It's scholasticsupport.org. And we are also GuideStar rated. We are very transparent with our finances, so we're platinum rated on GuideStar, and we're very, very super proud to be able to be that access for our families to find support, community, scholarship.
I like your enthusiasm. I gotta love the enthusiasm here. And with that being said, do you think we're going to team up together?
I hope so.
You think that Dr. Raj Brand could help you guys out?
I would love our
All right, we're going to do something together. I promise. So I'm doing a psychiatry book that's coming out. And one reason why I'm here at this event today is that, Haley is actually a good friend of mine. She came to one of my events, and I have a Tourette's case in my book. And I think that would be something where we could find a way to promote Tourette's in the good light. Between me and you, we can do that. So I got to say, this was an awesome time meeting you.
Thank you.
One of the coolest moms in the whole world. And I would say, go to that website. Please donate. And this is a great experience. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I am so thankful. I can't say enough. Thank you.